our good friend, Rich Eisen, who's joining us live
Rich
from
Eisen.
Indianapolis. Hi, Rich Eisen.
Gents, how are you doing?
Rich.
How's it going?
Rich, we're doing great. How's the weather in Indy? Is it cold yet?
Well, yesterday it was a nice warm 60 degrees. Today it's slate gray sky, little flurries, high 30s, but it is not dampening any spirits here. It's the combine is being run, as you know, that bubble got pierced a couple of weeks ago where they were planning on, it's pretty wild. 2 weeks ago there was a boycott because they were going to bubble everybody up, and about an hour ago the league just sent out a memo that all the COVID protocols with the Players Association have been suspended.
Yep.
So it's kind of crazy, but you know, everybody is walking around town like it used to be, and you know, restaurants are full. A bar last night I snuck into because I heard the house band, a great house band called Kenny Pickett's Little Hands. They were terrific.
Stupid.
And that was the house band. They're still playing that tune all day today, guys.
Yeah, it seems like
that's the tune we're hearing.
That's been the biggest story. The league lifting the protocols, and then the Kenny Pickett's 8.5 inches.
Was he playing the ukulele instead of a full-size guitar?
I it's just 8.5-inch hands.
Gosh.
So there's that. And now, you know, I mean, I'm now armed, for the lack of a better phrase, with all these stats for tonight's workouts for the quarterbacks that only there are no starters in the NFL with hands that small. And like Goff's 9-inch hands and Joe Burrow's 9-inch hands, those are some of the smallest hands. The last, I think, guy drafted in the first round with hands that small was Michael Vick. And certainly didn't seem to, you know, bother him in Pittsburgh, PA, where it's, you know, kind of cold and inclement. I don't know what to make of it, but I told you guys, and I say this
you said it a while ago. Yeah.
I said like a month and a half ago that we're going to be talking about Kenny Pickett's hands, and here we are, 8.5, because apparently he was doing hand exercises.
So what were they? Like they were even smaller a couple weeks ago.
I don't know about.
I don't know what they are. I don't even know what a hand exercise, a stretching hand exercise could possibly be.
Get that massage therapist, Rich.
Back to the old drawing board, and we'll see what happens tonight. He's out there. Matt Corral will not be throwing this evening. He is still on the back end of the 4 to 6 weeks of the injury that he suffered in his bowl game. So they're going to try and avoid any problems. He will not be throwing tonight. Malik Willis, I'm very much looking forward to seeing him, the Auburn transfer to Liberty, seeing what he looks like tonight. There's a great video of the young man, a video that's going viral that somebody spotted yesterday. Malik Willis across the street as they were having. I guess a journalist, a reporter having lunch, saw through the window Malik Willis stopping on a street corner with his bag open, like his suitcase open, and it looks like he handed a hat, like one of the hats that they have here for the prospects, like a winter hat. He handed it to somebody who was on the street, a homeless person on the street. And that is something that everybody's talking about today, about, you know, character issues and who's of high character or not. And so that's another thing that we'll be talking about here today is, I guess, Malik Willis's heart. Those are the three guys at the top of the quarterback chart.
Carson Strong, he's a guy that I liked a lot coming into the offseason out of Nevada. Big, strong, capable quarterback. Didn't have the best Senior Bowl turn, and a lot of people were kind of down on him. What have you heard about him, and what are you looking forward to seeing from him? Because he's going to have the strongest arm of anybody tonight.
Well, I mean, I would hope so. I mean, look, his last name, right? I mean, so look, you just I don't know. You know, like there's the first tier of guys. I mean, Daniel Jeremiah, I've got his top 100 because he doesn't really, you know, Mayock. What he used to do is he used to take each player, each position group, and have a top 5 prospects at each position group. And that's what I would be given going into the combine from the chief talent evaluator of the broadcast. DJ doesn't do that. He has his top 100. And of the top 50, there's only 2 quarterbacks in it. I mean, Corral, I think, might crack it at some point, but there's Wilson and there's Pickett, and none in his top 20. So really, the biggest, if you will, major upside prospects we're going to see tonight are wideouts. That's who you're going to see, and that's a deep group that we're going to see tonight. Sam Howell of North Carolina is not going to work out. I mean, he's not going to run or jump or anything like that, but he's going to sling it. Nice. So, I don't know who's going to come to the fore. The Cincinnati kid, Ritter, is going to be out there tonight. By the way, he has 10-inch hands and fumbled over 30 times in his career in Cincinnati. So who the hell knows, right? Like, there's
well, make sure just much. If you would like tonight, I'll give you the okay to do this. Just mention during your broadcast that Ryan Leaf had 10.5-inch hands.
You know what? I can do that. How many times did you fumble at Washington State?
Not many. I fumbled a lot in the NFL.
Well,
I had Derek Thomas and Reggie White and Bruce Smith chasing me. That was a big reason why.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You know what? Those are what we call extenuating circumstances and factors.
Yes.
And we call them very large variables. So, again, that's part of the conversation tonight. You're going to see tight ends. I don't think there's anybody that's really, lighting it up from that position group. And then there's the quarterbacks who we are going to see. But it's really the wideouts tonight that everyone is excited about because those are the guys who, as you know, the last couple of years, there's been some generationally brilliant rookie campaigns like Justin Jefferson and now Jamar Chase. And then, of course, one thing that we will be hammering on the broadcast tonight that you're going to hear is that this is a draft of depth, meaning 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks can really blossom, that there's a lot of depth at positions. And so we will certainly tonight with wide receivers be playing a ton of Cooper Kupp video, a 3rd rounder who winds up being a Super Bowl MVP. That's the sort of material. And that's the interesting thing too, is, the Rams, as you know, effed a lot of their picks, but not for days 2 or 3. And so this is a deep draft in that respect. Like, if you want a lineman, if you're at the top of this draft and you need someone to protect the quarterback or go chase down the quarterback, you're in luck. If you need a quarterback, not so much, unless you really just fall in love with one of the guys that are available and you just go for it. But Brockman, I think your bet with T.J. Jefferson had a final nail put in that coffin by an 8.5-inch hammer. That hand will hopefully hold an 8.5-inch hand. Will be able to hold a hammer to nail that coffin shut.
Rich, more importantly, though, I'm worried about your hands. I don't want the mic fumbling out of your hands during the broadcast tonight. Have you been measured?
Well, it's a headset. It's a headset.
Okay.
It's a headset.
Fair.
So,
Fair.
As you know,
take it out of play.
As you know, there is no measuring the size of my cranium. Certainly, since I've got a huge ego to try and contain.
Eisen, Rich, and Eisen.
It's a big red flag for me. It's a big red flag tonight. So it's a headset, so I won't have to worry about that. But what was one of your what's more likely for the combine about the coaches visiting the booth?
Oh yeah, it was Belichick and Andy Reid.
Well, you're going to get an answer to that tonight.
Oh,
yes. I can't. Would you? I don't know if I should reveal it.
So we have a promise
or not.
So you've been texting with one of them.
No, there is a scheduled guest.
Oh. Okay. Do we have a time? You want to drop a time when we all should be watching?
The only time that I know about right now is Giovanni the podcaster, who Eagles fans might know because he's been podcasting about the Eagles. He now lives in Indianapolis. He's coming to the booth tonight at 7 Eastern to hang out with us for half an hour. That'll be cool.
By the way, and how about me
I
just
can't
calling
really
one of them coaches? Like, I was not talking to any producers. I had no inside information. I just took two of the biggest name coaches there are and threw it out there.
You're a dominant what's more likely producer and administrator. That's what you are.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He manifests destiny. Yeah, he manifests.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So that's literally the conversation is how are the wide receivers going to look?
Yep.
And then, oh, by the way, Treston Ebner, Gorilla Glue winner, I believe, from our penultimate Gorilla Glue winner. I just ran into him in a hallway practicing his 40-yard dash in a hallway.
Now, were you getting tips or giving tips to Treston Ebner?
I just did him a favor and just said, stick with the glue, kid, and walked away.
Okay.
But he did receive his Gorilla Glue.
Okay, great.
Pretty cool. Just seeing all these kids. David Bell's tonight. He's another toughest player on planet Earth winner. He's here. It's pretty cool. This is great. Like, we're finally here. It's finally happening, and I'm psyched. This is going to be fun tonight.
Are you excited for the atmosphere tonight? We were talking earlier with Rachel Panetta came on. She's going to be doing some stuff around with the fans and whatnot. But about the vibe, just like, it's going to feel different. It's in prime time now. It's more of an event than in years past. Ryan was talking about how when he did it, it was just, an empty, cold, RCA dome. And now it's more of a thing.
Well, there's 7,000 to 10,000 fans slated to come. And it's a good thing Tom Coughlin's not in the stands anymore as one of the evaluators, or, may he rest in peace, Al Davis, not here, because we were told that when the guys are working out on the field, we were told they're going to play music for the first time
during the workouts.
Arena.
Wow.
Yes. They're going to, because they want to have an atmosphere for the players to kind of get into. I have no idea what music it's going to be. I hope it's not off of Steve Mariucci's old iPod Nano or whatever he had back in the day. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but they are going to play music. And I heard that. I'm like, get out of here. Like, could you imagine? Coughlin would be just like, whose radio is on out here? Like,
hope it doesn't end up like the game at Kansas City at halftime where no one can hear you speak during that process of the concert.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't it amazing? Like, they're going to play. Well, here's another one too. Get ready for this one, guys. That they are, inspired by, the draft coverage and the Olympics coverage. That we have, we're placing cameras in the homes of some of the participants, and watching. There's like watch parties of the parents and family members watching these kids work out. Like watching their 40 and then taking a shot of, we hope, a celebratory watch party. Like, that's coming. So the meeting is the first time I'm hearing this. And I'm like, so you telling me this is your first ever 3-cone drill watch party that we're creating for NFL Network?
By the way, great fantasy name.
3-cone drill
watch party. 3-cone drill watch party? That's not a bad one. They opened up for Kenny Pickett's tiny hands. And so...
So is JD and the Straight Shots closing the show, Rich? Or?
Dude, I'm telling you, like a Vertex watch party. Like, guy has a vertical leap of 37.5. Let's see mom jump off her couch. Can she, that's going to be my job is to bring all this home. Like that was.
It will be great to see. It will be great to see the family reaction. I get it, but it does seem really interesting to try to duplicate, especially when the kid's not there, right? When the kid's that's working out is thousands of miles away doing it in a dome, in comparison to being home during the draft day.
But it is there have been in all seriousness some special moments between combine participant and family member. If you remember DK Metcalf Zooming with his mother after he had a tremendous workout here, and he had an injury history, and the question was, should he have come out? Was he making the right decision? And the combine went so successfully, he broke down and cried. So obviously there is an emotional element to it, and we're trying our best to bring it to you. If we can play it to you above the music. I have no idea what music it is. I hope it's like, something a little bit more upbeat. Not to go all Casey Kasem on you, but it'll be really interesting tonight. It'll be a new combine atmosphere, fans, music. It's not like the old RCA Dome, Ryan.
No,
at all.
No, it's not. And just wanted to give you a quick piece of information, just so in case you run into Rachel Bonetta during your time there, fellow compatriots there. She did make a comment today that she could smoke you in the 40-yard dash.
Yeah, that was a quote, like smoke, like quote unquote.
Okay.
So just know the gauntlet has been thrown within your own building.
These brash youngsters coming into the NFL Network and just talking smack.
Yeah.
I'll just have to take it. And but I am feeling good about myself, or I will in a couple of minutes. Where I'm standing right now is outside the door of the convention center room that the NFL Network has commandeered to shoot all the prospects for those bump shots to break, where they're in that tube and the strobe lights are going, and
content
and the confetti's in the air. I'm doing that. I believe I'm doing that to style not just myself, but also the football on a stick will be with me in the tube here, and this is going to be great. Just so you are aware, I did suggest that we do have a football on a stick when it comes out, that we take a shot of a football on a stick watch party with 4 footballs on a stick in some living room, watching the big football on a stick moment.
That's pretty good.
And I think that was definitely not appreciated in the meeting. I brought that up at all. No. I think it was viewed as an unhelpful comment, I believe.
Something to lighten up.
I got that. I had the same sense yesterday after I high-fived an actual head coach in front of the entire media group that was the dupes to our cliche festival. That was fun yesterday. What a day!
Yeah, T-Man just looked at you like, Rich, we're trying to move this along.
We're trying to pull, but I'm serious. I'm like, let's get 4 footballs on a stick, put them on a couch, and then show that watch party when football on a stick comes out, just to see the family so beaming with pride to see the football on a stick out there for the drills. Let's see if we can pull this one off.
I'm sure there has to be somebody out there that's is fried up a corn dog, pulled the side off it, the topping off of it, and then shaped them into little footballs and put them on a stick.
Yes, Ryan, you get it. You
Yeah.
understand.
I think that's more of a Montana thing than anything.
But at any rate, that's a 4 Eastern tip tonight on NFL Network. So,
all right, buddy. Good luck.
In about an hour and a half.
All right, we'll get after it. We appreciate you taking some time, bud.
Have fun.
I'm in it. All right, Ryan, thanks for you and your 10.5-inch hands having control of the show. Greatly appreciated.
You bet. We'll talk to you later.
See you, Rich.
Rich Eisen, everybody, the host of The Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.